Growing up on the family farm in Coonabarabran, life for Charlie Knight couldn't have been better.
Really quite idyllic is the only word to describe it. It was just fantastic living on the farm.
A beloved son, a keen sportsman, and a straight-A student.
First in chemistry and first in physics.
Last December awarded Dux of his year.
Full of joy and happiness for that night, and little did we know what was around the corner the next day. I walked out the door to go to work and Charlie walked out the door to go to school, and then I got a phone call at work mid-afternoon to say that Charlie wasn't 100% and, you know, I need to come up to the school to have a look. Charlie just kept hitting his arm and saying, "I can't feel my arm, I can't feel my arm." And by the time the ambulance had gotten there, they had asked Charlie to say baseball, and it was very obvious what had happened.
I got back home to see 13 messages from Trish. I said, "Hello, something's probably gone on here. Oh, Charlie's had an incident." "Yeah, okay, fine. What?" But we didn't know what sort of incident. Nobody knew at that stage.
Charlie had suffered a brain hemorrhage, his life now hanging in the balance.
I remember having a conversation with him, clearly on a different level, at Dubbo Hospital, and just asking him to make up his mind about staying or going. And once he'd made the decision to stay, yeah, I was overwhelmed with security, knowing that he was staying and that things were going to be okay, and that we were just in for a very long road.
From Dubbo Hospital, Charlie was flown to Sydney Children's Hospital. He spent 7 hours in surgery to fix what caused the bleed and was then back in theatre with a collapsed lung.
What was really good though, when Charlie started to come out of things and we knew we still had Charlie, that he was just himself. There might be some physical things that weren't working, but his brain was good.
When did you know? When did you know?
When he was extubated, he could actually breathe by himself. That was the first thing to cross off the list. And then after that, he did this little thing with his eyebrows when I was talking to him, and I thought, oh, thank God, he's still the same.
Celebrating Christmas and his 17th birthday in hospital, Charlie's now well on his road to recovery. His progress remarkable.
We've seen Charlie go from basically needing help with absolutely everything, whereas you saw today he got to, for the first time, walk without anyone holding on to him, and he's been an absolute legend. He's really worked incredibly hard. We don't have too many kids come in the size of Charlie, so his height's been quite a challenge for us.
Ordinary thing like a bed extension and the sheets and blankets to actually fit over his toes and just everything.
I remember even the first time I just stood up and I had about 3 people holding on to me and nearly burst into tears. It was just amazing, and making those steps and just slowly, getting back to normal functioning in a normal life is absolutely worth every second of it.
That's only one step on the road. It's a great step though. Yes, it is. And it's just like moving towards that independence, that we know he will be a relatively normal person again.
So in between all of this, you're still doing schoolwork and you're still striving towards doing your HSC. How are you managing that?
Barely, in a word.
With a lot of discipline.
The rehab team has been fantastic, and they've allowed time in my rehab timetable to take a break out of rehab and do some schoolwork.
And the school's being very supportive?
And the school from home has been fantastic too, helping in every way they can.
What are the short-term things that you are looking forward to doing?
Getting out of here, really.
As much as you love the hospital.
Yeah, definitely getting home, I think, and getting back to that actual normal life and seeing the dogs again, seeing the horses again, just seeing normal life at the farm again. It's by no means been a bad time here. The hospital has been fantastic in making it as good as it can possibly be, but
there's no place like home.
But there's no place like home.
What is your message to people at home?
If somebody would have asked me this time 12 months ago to be involved with the telethon and to fundraise for the Sydney Children's Hospital. I may have bought a raffle ticket, but it really is seriously a good cause, because you never know what's around that corner.
You never know, but we are the beneficiaries of people that have come before us. So something like this is good, because it not only helps us, but it helps everybody.
It's easy to pick up the phone, isn't it?
It's very easy to pick up a phone, a few dollars here and there, and it's long term, and it'll be there in place for the next Charlie that happens and things like that.
I encourage everyone to dig deep.
Yeah. It's something that just hits you completely out of the blue, and it could happen to anyone, anywhere, really. It could have ended not as well as it has, and it's actually turned out to be quite a happy story.